I hate wasting good food. So I asked the internet if they'd eat this chicken, and it turns out most people wouldn't, or worse, they'd feed it to the dog. Now, I'm not denying this chicken doesn't look particularly appealing, but as an environmental health officer who is always looking for ways to save money, I'm going to tell you that it is perfectly safe to eat chicken that looks like this. But in this video, I'm going to let you into a secret on how you can cook with any meat that looks like this so it still tastes amazing, as well as 4 things you need to do to make sure your meat doesn't actually get to this point. And if you stick around long enough, find out how I also went one step further, which might upset the side of the internet that told me not to eat it. So this chicken doesn't look appealing because it's got freezer burn. Chances are you've got some meat in your freezer either at the moment or you've had some in the past that looks exactly like this, because freezer burn is totally normal and happens even to the best of us. Now, this chicken has all the typical signs of freezer burn. It's got the ice crystals, it's started to discolor, and the texture has started to become leathery. And all that happens when frozen food comes into contact with the air and it becomes dehydrated as the moisture leaves the food. It can happen for a variety of reasons, but there are 2 main reasons it happens. So either the food wasn't wrapped well enough when it went into the freezer, or it's been there too long. So the longer the food is in the freezer, the higher the chance of freezer burn, which is the reason you get best before dates on frozen food, and why on pretty much all recipes it will say something along the lines of suitable for freezing, used within 3 months. Now, looking at the dates on this chicken, you can see it was frozen in March 2025, and I didn't defrost it until January 2026, so nearly 10 months. So no wonder it's looking freezer burn. But food doesn't become unsafe in the freezer. Obviously, providing it's been frozen solid the whole time, which this has, it's just the quality that will be affected the longer it's in there, which is exactly what's happened in this scenario. Now, when it comes to cooking up any freezer burnt meat, you want to make sure that you do these couple of things so that your food still tastes amazing and that the quality isn't actually affected at all in the end product. So, first off, once your meat is defrosted a little, cut off any parts that are severely affected by freezer burn. Yes, you don't have to, but these bits might have a bit of a leathery texture when they're cooked, so just trim those off and you'll see here underneath the meat is perfectly fine. Secondly, always opt for cooking any badly freezer burnt meat in a sauce or in a dish that has lots of flavor, like a curry or a casserole or into a soup. So my go-to is always to cook it up into a curry, and I promise you'll never know the difference. So freezer burnt meat is safe to eat, but I'll admit it might still not be that appealing. So here are 4 ways you can help prevent freezer burn. So the first way is really simple. Make sure you use food in the freezer within a few months. So keep track of what's in your freezer using a first in, first out rotation system, and generally make sure that food isn't in the freezer for any longer than it needs to be. Secondly, always make sure your food is well wrapped when it goes into the freezer. So you want to make sure you minimize any possible exposure to air and use the correct container when you're storing food. For example, airtight freezer safe containers or freezer bags. And if you're using freezer bags, take a minute to squeeze out all of the air. Now, I don't like the hack with the sucking out of the air using the straw, but if there's something that will potentially be in the freezer a little bit longer, or it could get freezer burnt quite quickly, you can use what I call the cold water trick instead. And that is it almost forms like a vacuum. So you put the bag of food into a bowl of cold water, let it suck out the air, seal the bag, and you're good to go. And the 4th way, always cool food before placing it in the freezer. So letting hot food cool down will make sure you're not trapping steam inside the container, as steam will turn into ice crystals. Plus, if food is too hot when you put it in the freezer, other foods will start to thaw around them, making them subject to freezer burn and so on. So after cooking, cool your food as quickly as possible within 2 hours by either dividing food into smaller portions, running under cold water, or using an ice bath. And there we go. So the internet told me not to eat this, but it is perfectly safe. And I don't know about you, but I'm not about to waste £7.60, which is what this pack cost, throwing away perfectly good food. Now, I mentioned I made mine into a curry, which tasted amazing as normal, but I actually made too much. So what did I do? I froze the leftovers, of course, because in the same way it's safe to use freezer back meat, it's also perfectly safe to freeze cooked leftovers made with defrosted meat too. Anyway, I hope you found today's video useful. Let me know in the comments the longest you've ever kept something in the freezer, and make sure you hit the subscribe button for more food safety content helping you save money, save food, and sometimes your sanity.